We are live. What is going on, people? Welcome back to the Super Bowl review show. Yes, we're still reviewing the Super Bowl today. It's been a month and plus since the Patriots lost the Super Bowl, but we're back. We're going to discuss the Super Bowl. We're now ready. We're no longer angry. We're no longer mad. It's been a month. We've gotten over it now. Not just the Super Bowl. We're going to discuss the season. We're going to discuss the free agent moves and the trades that have happened as of late. We're going to discuss a whole lot of that. Justin is back. This is the 2-minute warning podcast. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. 38 subscribers to 600. If you want to subscribe and if you want to see more NFL content over the course of the summer, over the course of the off season, let us know. Let us know what you want to see. And hit the like button so it helps out the channel, helps out the algorithm. Make sure you guys turn your notification bell on so you don't miss a live, you don't miss an upload, and you don't miss a video. All the support. Yeah, man. Justin, welcome back, bro. Let's get started, man. Good. It's been a while since we did the NFL show, but you know what? We have to because, yeah, man, the Patriots lost, but hey, we're here.
Yeah, should be fun.
How are you feeling, bro?
Doing good.
Good to hear, bro. Good to hear, man. Make sure you guys first and foremost, leave a question in the chat. If you want to ask us any questions regarding the NFL offseason, let us know. We'll get to your comments as we go. But yeah, Justin, let's talk about the Super Bowl, man. The Patriots, we lost the Super Bowl. We didn't do enough to win at the end of the day. We weren't good enough from minute one. We weren't good enough from the moment the game started. And yeah, man, a lot we can talk about. But talking about the Super Bowl, man, talk to me.
Like you said, we're not really upset anymore, are we?
I guess so.
Cause you know that we weren't even supposed to be there in the first place.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, the Patriots group wasn't ready to win. I mean, it was like the Jason Tatum in 2022 finals.
Yeah, I guess.
All I'll say is congratulations to the Seahawks, and we'll be back in a couple of years because this is the Celtics storyline. We lost in 22, we're gonna win in 24. We lost in 26, we're gonna win in 28. So, yep.
I hope so, bro. I really do hope so, man. Because, bro, at the end of the day, right, we've just not been, we didn't look amazing in the playoffs. I'll be real with you. We didn't look amazing in the playoffs. We weren't, the most standout looking team, but we got there because
But Drake. Yes, but also Drake May was injured for most of the Super Bowl.
I don't want to use that as an excuse.
It's not. No, it's not an excuse. It's actually the truth.
I hear that, but I would pin it down to more to the play calling. I would look at the play calling from Josh McDaniels more than I would Drake May. Because yes, okay, there were some decisions that Drake May made that cost us the game in terms of like we got a touchdown, cool. The play after that, you play a long, deep pass, and then it just ends up in the hands of the Seahawks for no reason. That's on Drake May. That's not on the play calling. If it wasn't a play calling, Josh McDaniels should not be our assistant coach. I don't care that he just won assistant coach of the year. That was one of the worst play calls I've ever seen in my lifetime. If that was a play call. If that wasn't a play call, if that was just Drake May's decision, then that's on Drake May. All right? But if that was on Josh McDaniels and he called that, then, bro, Josh McDaniels should not be our assistant coach. Yes, he's had an impact on us last season. But this season, we just signed Romeo Dubs. We'll discuss more of that in shortly. But, this Patriots team is really inexperienced. You had Stephon Diggs leading the line, being that leader in the huddles. You could see the way he was trying to lead the team to wins. He was trying to lead the team on the field, and we cut him already. And I hope we bring him back. I really hope we can bring him back because I don't agree with the decision to let him go. You need a leader in that dressing room. You need a leader in the locker room. You need a leader in that locker room. And there was another one, Chason, one of our best players, let go. Let go by the Patriots. Didn't offer him enough money. He's gone. He's no longer a Patriot. One of our only players, one of the only shining light in that Super Bowl for us was. Actually, let me ask you first. Who was one of the only star players in that Super Bowl for us? Do you think Gonzo? Do you think Gonzo saved us? You think... who do you think?
See, I really don't know, but I think it was the defense that saved us for a little bit.
I think it was Gonzo that saved us. I think it was Gonzo that saved us. But it wasn't enough because we lost, right? The defense just collapsed midway through the Super Bowl. They just collapsed. They just didn't look like the team that was competing for a Super Bowl. They didn't look like the team that was making that run throughout the whole playoffs. Yes, we crumbled on the big stage. Yes, we did. And sometimes on the biggest stage, you don't turn up. And if you don't turn up, you get punished. The Seahawks defense, the Seahawks offense. I don't even think the Seahawks offense was that good in the game, But our defense allowed them to have a good game. Our defense made them look like they had a good game in the Super Bowl. JSN, Kenneth Walker, who's now a Kansas City Chief. Massive fumble by the Seahawks, by the way. Should have kept him. Should have re-signed all their players since winning the Super Bowl. I don't know why it wasn't a lock for them to keep him, but the Seahawks might struggle next year now. The Seahawks might have a downfall of a season next year. I mean, Kenneth Walker leaving is a massive blow.
You know why they didn't keep him?
Yeah,
because
money.
of yeah.
Exactly. I could tell by your hand gesture. But I mean, there's a lot more we can talk about the Super Bowl. I mean, what do you think went wrong for us? Because there's more other things we can talk about. Drake May being one of them. Obviously, I love Drake May, and I always will, and hopefully he has a good offseason rest up and comes back next season stronger. What do you pin it down to? Because it's not just Drake May. There was many other factors. I think the play calling was poor as well.
I don't know the play calling, the Seattle defense, the Seattle offense, most of that.
I think there's more. I think there's more to it, to be honest with you, bro. But anyways, we're gonna talk more on the Super Bowl just before we go to free agency and the trades that have happened in recent times. So we're gonna discuss all the trades. We're We're going to talk about all the moves as well in the offseason so far and all the big breaking news. But yeah, man, the Super Bowl just didn't go right, and the halftime show just wasn't fun to watch as well. In my opinion, I don't have nothing against Bad Bunny, nothing against him at all. Not what the media says about him, not what the American media says about him. Nothing against Bad Bunny at all. I'm like I don't mind it. It's just the show itself, not him. It's just more the show itself, the theme of the show, and everything that went that was surrounding it. I just didn't enjoy it. Maybe partly because my team was losing at halftime; they were getting smoked. The only positive is we didn't get shut. We didn't get shut out. We at least scored 2 touchdowns. Missed the 2-point try, or a 2-point conversion. Excuse me, not try. That's rugby. I'm talking about NFL here. 2-point conversion, right? We missed that one. We missed a few passes. Some of the decisions by the referee was a bit questionable. In that Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, we can complain about it on another day. We just weren't good enough. We didn't turn up. We didn't play to the occasion. And all the Patriots fans that went, big up to you guys. All the Patriots fans that traveled all the way out there, spent their hard-earned money to go watch that Super Bowl. It was one hell of a season. And let me just quickly talk on my fucking head coach, yeah. My absolute legend of a head coach. Big up to Mike Vrabel. Big up Mike Vrabel. Because the way he consoled his players after the game, the way he spoke to them, it's almost as if, he treats his players like they're his best friends. And he's more of like a father figure to these players, and that's what you want from a head coach. And I hope Mike Vrabel stays for a very long time and stays at the top level for a very long time, because this was something extraordinary. And I'll always thank Mike Vrabel for giving us such a great season. The upgrade from Gerard Mayo all the way to Mike Vrabel was just unbelievable. I remember talking about this on a previous NFL show last year about the head coach. Gerard Mayo was just not a good head coach. He just didn't have the mentality to coach us. He just didn't have the right mindset. He wasn't taking enough risks. But you know what? We have Drake May, and Drake May was the shining light this season. I'm gonna hope next season that we'll have Romeo Doubs receiving the passes from Drake May. I can't wait for that. I'm already excited for next season. I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see what will unfold. Bright future for the Patriots, though. Regardless, bright future for us. And yeah, man, big up Mike Vrabel, man. Like I said, father figure to these players, consoled everyone, congratulated everyone on a great season. Yes, it was a tough ending. Sometimes great seasons have tough endings, and it was an ending that I expected, but it was an ending that that had to happen. It can be a wake up call, it can be an improvement, it can be a step forward in the right direction. I'm just glad we made the Super Bowl. I'm just glad the Patriots made it all the way. I'm just glad we as a team, we fought. It just wasn't meant to be at the end. It just wasn't good enough at the end. It just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't deserving at the end. However, it's amazing to see us go all the way still. Just to fall short. However, this Patriots team will only get better. And it depends on the moves in the offseason, because I'm already questioning a lot of the moves some of the moves that the Patriots are making. I'm waiting on a couple of trades. I'm waiting on a few moves. I'm waiting for the draft. I'm waiting for how we can exploit the positions that we need to improve in the offseason, because I'm looking at defensive tackle, kind of. I'm looking at offensive. I'm looking at the O line. We need a much better wide receiver as well. I think Romeo Dubs is a very good wide receiver, but we need more than Romeo Dubs. I think we need more than that. I think we need Justin. What do you think we need, bro? Because I can go through a few positions that we need. I think we need a few defensive pieces and a few offensive pieces. Because our running game just wasn't good enough last season in total. It just wasn't amazing. We had to rely on Travion Henderson to do it for us, and Travion Henderson is not going to be consistent every single game. You know. So, what do you think the Patriots need to improve on in the offseason? Just elaborate for me.
I think basically what you said is pretty much good. I don't know. It all depends on what Vrabel wants, but I don't think we need much because I think the team that we got now is good enough.
Which positions do you think we need, like specifically? Because I think we got our wide receiver.
We did.
We got our I guess we have a good running back as well. I guess I don't know. But what do you think of? Who do you think we need? What do you think we need right now? Because we can go over a few of the players, or at least a few of the positions that we need to explore.
I don't know. Running back, wide receiver, tight end. I don't know, something like that.
Which players? I mean,
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've not been keeping up with the mock draft or something, so I can't really tell you.
I'm not talking about the draft. I'm just talking about generally, like the Patriots need to pick up or trade for.
Oh, no, I think we're good with this. I think we're good for right now.
Because the Eagles just signed a wide receiver replacement for A.J. Brown, who might be leaving the Eagles. I think that's a player that the Patriots really need to go and sign. A.J. Brown is a player that the Patriots have to trade for. He's worked with Mike Vrabel before. He's a player that can definitely improve this side, and he's a player that will definitely will be on the receiving end of Drake May's amazing passes, hopefully next season. But I guess we talked about the Super Bowl enough. Let's talk about last season, bro. This previous season. Biggest surprise package for you? Surprise package, unexpected events, shock of the year, and disappointment of the year. We'll go over that. What are you saying?
Do you want to go first on this one?
No. You go first.
I'm gonna need a little time to think on this one. That's why I'm saying if you want to go first on this one.
All right, we'll go with shock of the season. I'm thinking. Patriots making the Super Bowl, because nobody expected us to make the Super Bowl. I guess the Patriots going all the way to the Super Bowl is a shock. Biggest shock of the season. They defied all odds. Last season we didn't even make the playoffs. For like 3 years in a row we didn't make the playoffs now. I guess making the Super Bowl was the surprise package for me. What are you saying?
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one.
Okay. Go on.
I think the shock of the season was the Broncos win the AFC West division.
Okay.
I don't got any explanation. I think that's the shock of the season.
Try and explain it a little bit if you can. Like try and give a little bit of a reasoning. Broncos winning.
Mainly because people thought this was going to be the Chiefs division every single year. That's mainly why.
Biggest shock of the season. The Chiefs not making the playoffs, I guess.
No, that's disappointment.
True disappointment. Okay, biggest disappointment of the year. Chiefs not making the playoffs. Actually, no. I'm going to go Detroit Lions not making the playoffs. The Lions missed out on the playoffs. That's a big disappointment for me because I expected the Lions to make the playoffs. The Chiefs, you kind of knew they were going to get a little bit worse, especially after last year. They weren't.
No, the Lions didn't make the play. This is the second year the Lions didn't make the playoffs. So how's that disappointment?
Last year they made the playoffs.
No, they didn't.
They did. They
No,
lost.
no.
They lost to Washington in the conference.
Okay, but they were already a disappointment last year when they got blown up by Washington that no one expected. So we can't put Detroit as a disappointment again this year because the disappointment to me is the Chiefs missing the playoffs and then losing Patrick Mahomes the final games of the season with the torn ACL.
Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Surprise package. I mean,
this one is the Patriots.
Okay.
This one is the New England Patriots because no one has go 14-3. No one has first place in the division. No one had us as the second seed in the AFC. No one has go into the AFC Championship and beat the Denver Broncos, and no one has go to the Super Bowl. That's the surprise.
Big up, Bossa Blue. Big up to your brother. Halftime in the Champions League. I saw it's 2-2 right now. Newcastle, Barcelona. Keep me updated, bro. Hopefully Newcastle win. But anyways, continue, Justin.
No, that's it. I'm ready for your surprise on this one because I already gave my explanation on why the Patriots are the surprise.
I agree with you. I'm gonna go with Patriots surprise as well. Surprise package. What was the other one?
Shocker was the Broncos. Disappointment was the Chiefs. Surprise was the Patriots.
There was another one that I told you backstage. There was another one that I told you we're gonna go through.
Yeah, I already forget what it was.
Biggest improvement, I guess.
Seattle Seahawks. Going 3-14 last year to 14-3 this year and Super Bowl champions.
Okay.
That's all I think. But I know there must be another. I know there must be a biggest improvement for you. So
Improvement should be I guess the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. We already talked about the MVP. We already spoke about the most improved. Biggest upset of the season. Biggest upset. I think we can go with the Colts because they were on a roll.
the Colts.
They were literally about to make the playoffs, and then literally fell apart from there. Colts and Tampa Bay. These two teams for me. The Colts were literally one of the best teams in the AFC, and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay were so close to beating, literally so close to qualifying for the playoffs, and then they also fell out. You know what I mean? Who else? What else? What other award can you Mm, there's another award, or not award, but there's another factor we can speak about. Best team, obviously, that's the Seahawks.
Best team beside. Well, yeah, Seahawks.
Seahawks. Mm, I guess that's it. Is it?
Yeah.
I think there's more, bro. I'll be honest. I think there's more. I think there's more.
No,
But
that's it.
all right then. On to next season, I guess. All right, we're gonna go through Adam Schefter's. We're gonna go through Adam Schefter's news. We're gonna discuss everything that happened over the. We're gonna discuss everything that happened over the recent times. How many days is free agency? Is it 12 days?
Honestly, I have no idea.
All right, Max Crosby. There's there's big news regarding Max Crosby. He was supposed to be traded to. He was supposed to be traded to the Baltimore Ravens, right? But then something happened. I think he failed his physical, right?
Yeah, I failed the physical.
What do you think of that?
I'm honestly happy
Why?
because I don't want Max Crosby in the AFC North division.
Mm,
But I don't think that's the bigger news. Can we talk about the biggest news?
go on. Well, what is the biggest news, please?
Miami Dolphins rebuilding.
Oh yeah, they released.
letting Tyreek go, letting Tua go, letting Bradley Chubb go, and now just recently letting Jalen Waddle go.
I mean,
That Miami team's gonna suck.
they're probably gonna go for they're probably gonna win like 2 games all season or something. You know what I mean? At best, very best, they'll probably win 2 games all season. Next up, I guess we'll talk about Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. What do you think of that move?
I mean, good for the Chiefs, but I don't know. I don't got much to say on it, except good for the Chiefs.
Who else? Who else did the Chiefs sign? They signed Justin. They traded for Justin Fields from the Jets.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think of that move?
He's gonna be a backup to Patrick.
Do you think Mahomes will play this season? Or no? Romeo Dubs to the Patriots. I guess we'll go over that one next. You're smiling. You're on mute.
Sorry, I'm talking to you and my friend and playing Mario Kart at the same time, but I don't. I'm just gonna say this is why would the Packers do this?
But what do you think of the move though, in general?
I like it, but why would the Packers do that?
I guess we can talk about Chase on as well then. Chase on. You want to rant about that one?
No.
Why not? I mean, look, we got our wide receiver. Stephon Diggs is now out unless he's you know gonna be resigned, clause or whatever. Unless he's gonna resign, which I don't think he will, unless the Patriots really want to bring him back just for the experience sort of factor. There's also the Patriots also made a couple more moves, I think. Denver signed a Denver Broncos signed a wide receiver as well. Jalen Waddle is now gone to the Denver Broncos. I think you spoke about that one as well. Just going through the other news right now. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just trying to find the news for us to talk about. Rasheed Walker is going to the Carolina Panthers. Thoughts?
I don't know much about him, but I hope he does well in Carolina.
Where does AJ Brown end up?
Honestly, I'm getting sick and tired of his drama. So I don't know if he ends up in Philadelphia, cool. If he ends up somewhere else, I just hope it's not with us because I don't want his drama.
Kyler Murray is going to the Minnesota Vikings. Thoughts on that?
Good for him because he grew up a Vikings fan. So
Trey Hendrickson is going to sign with the Ravens. Oh, good. Continue.
this hand gesture was kind of my thoughts on it because it's just that I don't know. I don't really know much about these players from other teams.
Daniel Jones is re-signing with the Colts. I mean, he's really good anyways. Just seeing a bit of Romeo Dubs highlights. He seems like a decent player. He seems like a really decent player. Oh, and Geno Smith is leaving the Raiders to the Jets. Dawson Knox is staying with the Bills. Thoughts on that? Elijah Vera Tucker is signing with the Patriots. What do you think of that one?
I don't know.
Oh, and Kendrick Bourne is gonna stay. Kendrick Bourne is staying. Kendrick Bourne is staying with the 49ers, I think. Is it 49ers? Yeah, and Travis Kelce is staying with the Chiefs. He's re-signed with the Chiefs. Thoughts on that?
He'll retire next season. I'm sorry if I'm not giving much information on this.
Mike Evans is going to 49ers.
Eh.
Brian Cook is going to the Bengals. Dominique Robinson is going to Houston on a 1-year deal. Continue, Justin. Continue.
Oh, I don't know. Who are we talking about?
I'm just reading out some headlines, and you give your thoughts on it. Yeah. Malik Willis is going to the Dolphins. Isaiah Likely is going to the Giants on a 3-year deal. What does that do for the Colts next season? Does that make them Super Bowl contenders already? You there?
Yeah, who are you talking about, bud?
All the Chiefs, all the moves that the Chiefs have made so far, does that make them Super Bowl contenders for next year?
Yes.
Elaborate a bit more.
I just think they're going to be better. That's all. That's
How about the Patriots? Do you think they're contenders for next year as well? Jalen Phillips is going to the Carolina Panthers.
again good for anybody that signs with the Panthers. I don't think they're going to do good.
Kenneth Walker going to the Chiefs is probably one of the biggest news. Um, Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys. Minka Fitzpatrick to the Jets. Um, do you want to just wrap it up here? All right, cool. We'll discuss more in future shows, people. All right, see you soon, people. Take care. Go Patriots. Take care.